Hello my lovely friends and family. I'm so glad that you could join me for this daily yoga stretch. In this practice we'll be going through the whole body using our breath to stretch out our muscles, our legs, working our way into our hips and also our upper body. You don't need anything else but yourself and your yoga mat. Maybe grab some books, or if you've got a few blocks, just for a little bit of support as we go through our practice. But if you're ready to get started, then let's begin. Okay, my friends, we'll come to start at the back of our mat and just make your way down to your child's pose. So reaching the hands out in front. You can bring the knees nice and tight together if that feels good, or if you're looking for a little more space and expansion today, then just open them a little bit. Softening your body in between your legs or over the top of your legs. And when you get here, just close your eyes. Tapping into the internal, tapping into your breath. Let your spine feel nice and rounded. And then from here, just start to walk your hands over to the right hand side. So off your mat, reaching both of them out on a diagonal almost, and then soften your body over your legs. You can bring the left hand on top of the right just to increase that side stretch. Good, coming into opening the ribs. And then when you're ready, just start to walk them back through center and then off to the left. Doing the same on this side, you can place the right hand on top of the left. Feeling that lovely stretch all the way down the right side of the arm, all the way down the right side of the body. Good, then returning back to center now. Reach those hands out in front even more, so if you can walk the fingers forward. And then pressing into the hands, start to curve your way up to tabletop pose. Take an inhale at the end as you lift the gaze, drop the belly. And then exhale, wave your way back to your heels to child's pose. Good, we'll take a few more of these with the breath. Inhale to curve the spine, rolling up to tabletop, drop the belly. And then exhale, make your way back. Starting to release the spine, release any tension. Create some fluidity. Imagine you're an ocean wave doing this. And then exhale, bring the hips all the way back to the heels for the last time. Good, from here, start to walk the hands in and up as we come to sit on our heels in hero pose. Bringing the left fingertips just beside you, reaching the right arm overhead. Take an inhale at the top, and then as you breathe out, side stretch over to the left side. Good, you can sway your hips off the heels just to increase this if it feels nice. Good, and then coming back to center, we'll come to the other side, reach the left hand up. And then as you exhale, side stretch over to the right. Just let the hips fall away from the heels just to make this feel really yummy. Keep breathing into the ribs. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Lovely, my friends, come back to sit on the heels as you reach the fingers up. And then exhale as you interlace the hands behind your back. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, draw the hands almost down to your feet, down to the floor as you open the chest. Good, have a little shake of the head here, just get rid of any tension in the shoulders, in the neck. Take an inhale at the top, and then as you exhale, fold the body over the legs. Bring the forehead to the floor, or a cushion if that feels nice. feeling a deep stretch in the shoulders here, in the tops of the arms. You can just take a little rock from side to side if you want a little bit more. Swaying the arms to the left or the right. Also massaging your forehead on the mat. And then when you're ready, rolling all the way back up, let your hands guide you. Release the hands, reaching them up to the sky. And then just let them float down either side. Good, my friends. We're going to come to our all fours position now, our tabletop pose. And from here, extend your right leg out long on the mat. Oops, sorry, wrong leg for me. You do your right leg. Keeping the toes on the floor. And we're just going to take a few pulses here, now that we've all got the right leg, just to stretch out our calves, getting to any niggles through the back of the leg. Good. And then from here, bending the knee as we bring the knee to the nose, and then step the foot forward. You can help it with your hand. Good, as we come into our low lunge, so take an inhale and raise the body and the fingers up. As we come to work into our hip flexor. So in this pose, just make sure your pelvis is tucked under, your tailbone is nice and lengthened to the floor. And then just start to send the hips forward and down a little bit to increase this. And we're going to come into a little side stretch. So either bringing the right hand to the hip or down to the floor, and then start to reach the left fingers overhead. Go, try and keep both hips nice and square, and just enjoy this lovely long stretch. Keep breathing in through the nose. And then as you exhale, circle the arm forward and round to frame the front foot. Take an inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're sending the hips back to our half split pose, straightening the front leg. Just take a moment to feel into your half split pose. Make sure the hips are square. And then inhale as we roll through the front foot, open the chest. And then exhale, coming back to half split pose, toes facing the sky. Now moving with your own breath. Letting each movement take the whole inhale and the whole exhale, getting the most out of our movement meditation, each pose, each stretch. Good, and then come to stay in your half split pose, relaxing your body over your straightened leg. Use your exhales to sink deeper, to let go a little more. And then coming back through to our low lunge, we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the leg now as we walk the right foot to the outer edge of the mat to come to lizard pose. Just have a little rock and roll when you get here, sway side to side. Have a feel into those hips. And then we're going to come to the knife edge of the right foot here, just turning it out slightly. Planting the left hand down on the mat and just starting to guide the right leg out gently with the right hand. Good, make sure the hand's not pressing onto the knee, coming onto the inside of the thigh almost. If you prefer to come a little bit deeper, then perhaps coming down to the forearms or to your blocks if you have them close by. And kind of decide how you want this to feel today. Wherever you are, remember to keep breathing into the stretch. And then we'll take an inhale as we reach the arm to the back of the mat. Option here to stay in the twist or start to raise the back foot up. And then maybe taking hold of the foot with the hand. So starting to stretch out the front of the left thigh as well as opening the right hip. Make sure to keep the chest nice and open. And make sure to keep breathing. Good, release the foot when you're ready. Reach the arm back over the top to plant it on the mat. Walking the foot back into the center and then raising the back knee off our mat to come to runner's lunge. Good, root down through that front foot and then inhale to rise up to high lunge pose. Lovely, you can bring your hands to your hips if that feels better here. And again, just thinking about tucking our pelvis underneath, making it lovely and long. Might mean you need to soften into the back knee. Good, and then we're going to take a little bit of movement now with our breath. So bringing the palms to your heart center. As we inhale, drop the back knee and open the arms to the sky. Exhale, straighten it to high lunge, palms touch. Good, inhale, we drop and open. Exhale, high lunge. One more time, inhale, drop and open the heart. And then exhale to high lunge pose, lovely. Reaching the arms back up to the sky now, start to shift the weight into the front foot as we draw the left knee into the chest to our one-legged Tadasana. You know where we're going, friends, coming into our wonderful tree pose. So bringing the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh and just using that pressure between them both to open the left knee. Lovely, find your drishti. If you want to come in something a little bit different here, you can take the left foot and just draw it across to the right hip. Just be mindful of your knee here. If you feel any pinching, then please go back to tree pose. And then find your stillness. Find your grounding. Drawing the knee back into the chest now. Take a little wobble if you need one. And then taking the leg back long as we step it back to come into our pyramid pose. Go take a little soften in the front knee here. And then we're going to bring our hands behind us. We can either come into a reversed prayer, or maybe, if that doesn't feel that great, taking hold of opposite elbow. Lovely, take an inhale, grow tall, open the chest. And then exhale as we start to fold the body over the front leg. Lovely, don't worry about how far over the leg you can come. Remember to keep that front knee a little bit bent. Think of drawing the right hip crease back and almost gently guiding the left one forward. And then you can come to release the hands onto the mat or maybe your books. Lovely, keep breathing. Exhale, use your exhales to soften the body over the leg. And then come to fingertips here. Bringing both hands now to your prayer position or your hips, and then start to raise the body back up to stand. Come round now to face the long edge of your mat, turning the toes out about a 45-degree angle. Go, take an inhale to grow tall, open across the chest. And then as you exhale, bend the knees as we come into our goddess pose. Good, you can sink a little bit lower here, have a little sway from side to side. We're all about stretching out today, making the body feel good. And start to press away the right leg here, maybe inverting the shoulder, looking over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. You can even play around with rolling your thighs back. And then come to the other side. Adding a little twist. Good, my friends, come back to center. And then bring the palms to touch as we slowly straighten the legs to come all the way up. Lovely, take a moment, find your grounding, find your feet. Give yourself a little smile. And then we're going to start to pivot on the right foot now. As we do this, bending into the left leg to come to our high lunge on the other side. Good, release the hands down to the mat and then drop the back knee. And we'll come to everything on the other side. So reach the hands up, low lunge. Good, make sure that tailbone is nice and lengthened to the floor. Tuck the pelvis under, feel that lovely stretch. Good, and then on an exhale, just send the hips forward and down. To come into our side stretch, left hand comes to the hip or on the floor, and then exhale, reach the right hand over. Good, keep breathing. Keep filling up those tight areas with your inhales. And then let it all go with your exhales as we circle the arm round to frame the front foot. Inhale at the top here, open the chest. And then exhale, make your way back to your half split pose. Good, toes come to face up. Notice how it feels on this side. And then as we did before, moving with your breath, inhale to come forward, low lunge. And exhale to come back, fold over the front leg. Good, making your movement as long as your breath. Using every single bit of your body, every single bit of your breath. And then come to relax over your left leg. Use your exhales to let go. See if you can soften any more. And then come back through to low lunge as we bring the left hand on the inside of the foot and start to walk the foot out to the outer edge of the mat. Again, have a little wiggle around, feeling into this side. Does it feel different? Good, and then taking the hand onto the inside of the leg. And as you inhale, just starting to press the leg away. Again, if you want to come down to your forearms just to increase this stretch, then please do. All the while sending the hips forward and down. Good, then wherever you are, take an inhale to reach the left arm to the back of the mat. And then drawing the foot up to the hand to take hold of the top of the foot. Lovely, feel that glorious stretch along the front of the thigh. And as you exhale, you can work at drawing the heel into the glutes. If you feel like you're completely all right where you are, then just holding onto the foot is enough, or reaching the arm to the back is also amazing. Good, my friends, then releasing the foot, reach the arm back over, planting it on the mat, and then just start to heel toe the foot to the center of the mat. Good, raising the back knee off to our runner's lunge, and then rising up to our high lunge. Again, just look at your alignment, your pelvis, maybe soften into the back knee first. And then bring your palms to touch at your heart center. We'll take our movement now with our breath, dropping the knee as we open the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, coming up to high lunge. Good, inhale, we open up. Exhale, palms to heart, high lunge. Good, one more time. Inhale to open up. And then exhale to our high lunge pose. Lovely, my friends. Reach the hands up to the sky. Start to shift into the front foot as we draw the knee up into the body to our one-legged Tadasana. Good, and then make your way, when you're ready, to your tree pose, Vrikshasana. Deciding which version of this you want to take. Maybe you want to try the other version on this side. Just be mindful of the knee, of the hip. Relax those shoulders and find your breath. Okay, my friends, drawing the knee into the chest, start to extend the leg back to come into our pyramid pose. Good, the back foot is slightly turned out here, hips are nice and square. And then bring the arms behind you, reaching for opposite elbows. Take an inhale to open up, and then exhale, folding the body over the front leg. Good, remember to keep a little bend in that front knee, just to protect either end of our hamstring. If this doesn't feel good at all with the hands, then just release them down to the floor for some support, maybe your blocks. Good, and then use your breath as a means to let go, as a means to soften anywhere that feels tight. Good, on an inhale, come to the fingertips now. Bring the palms to touch or bring the hands to the hips, and then make your way back up to stand. And then we'll come to face the long edge of our mat, toes turned in a little bit this time, as we're going to come into a wide-legged deep forward fold. Lovely, hands on the hips. Take an inhale now, roll the shoulders, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold the body between the legs. Lovely, again this time keep the knees a little bit bent as you soften your body down towards the floor. Good, you can take your feet as wide as feels good here. There's no right or wrong. If you're a little bit looser in the hips and the hamstrings, you can reach maybe the hands through the legs, or if you want to interlace the hands behind you and let them fall away to the floor just to add a little bit of gravity. And then just start to take a sway from side to side. Here we're going to bend the right knee. See if we can open up to the left side if you've got your hands interlaced behind you. And then come back through center, bending into the left knee this time, straightening the right leg as much as we can, opening up the right side of the body. Good, come back to center when you're ready, releasing the hands if they were interlaced. Just take a little nod and a shake of the head. From here, inhale, come to fingertips, and then just turn the left foot out and start to bend into the left knee as we come to our Skandasana, our side lunge. Lovely, right knee is facing the sky with the right toes. You can either bring the palms together, pressing the elbow into the inside of the left knee if that feels good, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Or alternatively, bringing the left hand down to the mat and drawing a line across the chest, opening the elbow and the chest to the sky. And then when you're ready, maybe opening up the right hand. Feeling a lovely stretch across the chest here, into the hips, into the hamstring. Good, you can reach the right arm overhead to make one lovely long line. And then bringing the hands back down, start to creep yourself over like a spider, all the way to the other side. Good, and just notice the difference perhaps between either side here. Maybe the heel doesn't come to the floor like mine doesn't. If not, we have to do a little balancing act. Engage your core, palms come to touch. Make sure the spine is lovely and long. And then perhaps bringing the fingertips or the hands to the floor, drawing a line across the chest to open the elbow up to the sky. Maybe unfolding the arm completely. And then you can reach the left hand overhead, almost like a side angle arm. Good, then bring the left hand back down to the mat. Start to walk yourself round to frame the front foot. And then step back to a plank pose, our first plank pose here. Drop the knees when you're ready, and then lower the body down to the mat. Good, lovely, my friends. Take the fingertips off the mat now, nice and wide, elbows high. And as we inhale, press into them to open, lift the body up. Good, and then exhale, fold the body back down. Good, a few little gecko waves here with your breath, making sure to relax the shoulders at the top. Lovely, again, inhale to rise up. This time take a little look to the right, smile. Take a look to the left and smile. And then exhale, folding your way, waving your way down to the floor. Good, from here bring the right arm to the center of the mat and then drawing the left heel into the glutes as you take hold of it with your hand. Good, start to draw the heel in towards the body. Pressing that same hip down to the floor as well, so they're nice and parallel. Setting ourselves up for our full bow pose. Good, and then release the leg. We'll come to the other side. Drawing the foot in towards our body. Good, then release the foot down. Just bring the forehead to the hands, have a little rock and roll of those hips. And then we'll draw both feet in this time, bending both legs. Reaching back round to see if we can grab at our feet. I think maybe bringing your head to a cushion or to some blocks if that helps. Lovely, inhale here. And then as we exhale, engage the glutes, press the feet into the hands as we rise up to bow pose. And then exhale to come down. Just having a little feel for how our body feels. Good, if you want to flex the feet here, wrapping the hands around the ankles, you can. Take an inhale at the bottom and then exhale as we rise up to bow pose. Good, glutes are engaged. Think of almost drawing the thighs into one another so the knees aren't flaring out. Draw those knees together. Good, keep breathing. And then exhale to come all the way down. Good, bring one side of the face to rest on the hands. Find your breath. And just notice how your body feels after that. It's quite a strong opening for the front of the body, for the shoulders. Let's come into it one more time, my friends. Good, drawing both feet into the glutes. Again, you can take hold of the ankles with the feet flexed, or you can take hold of the tops of the feet. Inhale at the bottom, and then as you exhale, rising our way up to bow pose. Good, glutes are engaged. Draw those knees into one another, open across the chest. Good, can you perhaps lift the toes up to the sky even more? And then exhale to come all the way down, resting the other side of the face this time. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders and start to press your way back to your child's pose. We've almost done a full circle, ending back where we started. Just take a moment to find your breath. And this time just bring your hands, your arms either side of your legs, palms facing up. In more of a fetal position. And just feel held by your legs. Close your eyes as we start to bring our practice down now. Whenever you're ready, my friends, start to bring yourself up and come and meet me in the center of your mat, sat on your heels. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch at the top. And then exhale, right hand comes to left knee, left fingertips behind to come to our twist. Lovely, slowing down the breath. Relax those shoulders. Inhale, come to center, palms touch. And then exhale, come to the other side. Looking over the right shoulder. Feel that lovely, gentle twist of the spine. Good. Inhale, reach the arms. And then exhale, draw them down the center of your body as we come to sit down, bringing the soles of the feet together to our cobbler's pose. Good. And just give yourself a little bit of self-love here. I'm going to massage the soles of the feet with the thumbs. And then just bring the feet a little bit away from you, so you're almost making a diamond shape with your legs. Take an inhale to draw the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen the spine. And then we're going to see if we can feed each arm underneath the gap in the legs. Don't worry if you can't, we can just come into a normal forward fold here. If you find that you can any amount, take an inhale to create space. And then exhale just to fold the body over the space. Rounding the spine here. Notice how this feels across the back, in the hips, maybe in the lower back. Maybe you can use your arms against your legs almost here too, if you want to try and lengthen the spine. Good, then start to bring yourself back up. Pull your knees in towards one another and give yourself a big hug. Maybe give either knee a kiss, tell them thank you. And then come to find your seated position. Take an inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, draw them down to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily yoga stretch. I hope that you will be back very soon, and this was Rose in the Wild Yoga. Namaste.